It is hosting season! One of the reasons why I love summer so much is that it's really a time for you to get together with your friends and your family to host nice dinner parties or host them in your home for a long weekend, which we've had the pleasure of doing the past couple of months. And after having people stay with us a few times, I realized that there are definitely things that I need to change in our house to make it more comfortable for our guests. In case you're new here, the room that I'm standing in right now is actually my DIY room slash guest bedroom. What that really means is when we have people stay over, I just scooch my desk out into the window and then just put an air mattress on the floor. That is really the extent of it, so I'm on a mission right now to turn this into the perfect guest bedroom. Last week's video, I took some IKEA items and hacked them into perfect pieces for this room, including this curtain that I made. So if you want to see that, make sure to go back and watch. A lot of you have asked to see how I turn this into a bedroom, so that is what we're going to do today. That definitely includes making some DIY changes to suit our needs as well as our guests' needs better. I usually clean up the room a little bit before I do an overview, but today I wanted to show you guys what it looks like in real life, which is honestly a hot mess. So let me show you around. This is the background that you guys are usually used to, but if you just turn a little bit, you will see all of the mess. Guys, I used to be a crock hater, and now look at me. I wear these like every single day. Anyway, so here is the office slash guest bedroom. This is what you guys are usually used to seeing. This is basically my backdrop where I sit and do my DIYs. Right now it's kind of a mess because I'm working on projects and I need to clean this up. Still in love with this wall color, and to give you guys an update on the picture frame molding, which is all peel and stick, it's been holding up great. This has to be one of my favorite projects that I've done in this apartment, so I still really love that. What I don't love though is that this kind of just gets cut right here with this blank white wall with these gray doors, which I really don't like. So if you look closer, I actually was supposed to touch this up to make it a clean line, but now I'm actually going to paint this whole side so that it's more seamless and that when I film, I don't have to worry about getting it cut off by this white wall. And I don't know if you could tell, but these doors really don't go with this color. So I really want to do something to transform this, make it more functional and just aesthetically go better with the theme that we already have going on here. So that is going to be the first project that we're working on in here. So when I have guests over, I put the air mattress right here on the floor, and then there's no side table for people to put their stuff on. So I definitely need to find one or a DIY one. And then if you pan over this way, this is where I put my DIY shelf that I love so much. It has been a great place just to display everything and also take a lot of my B-roll and reveal shots for projects. So that is why I like to leave this wall white. We really don't have any other white walls with great lighting to film on, so this is going to stay white. But I do think this wall could use a little bit of help because obviously it is not styled on the bottom. It's kind of just where I've been dumping DIY supplies. So we're gonna make this look a little bit better as well. Also, if you're wondering why there are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lamps in here, is because we don't have any overhead lighting, so I'm trying to figure out the whole lighting situation in here. Once the sun goes down, it really is too dark in here to even see anything, so I can't even work in here at nighttime. So I'm figuring out a lighting setup that will work so that we can actually see when we're in here when it's dark out. My main goal with this makeover really is to make it feel more cohesive, more functional, especially since this is a multi-purpose room. We have to be able to make everything easy to move around. This is kind of like a working studio, so every day in this room is a little bit different. But if I can simplify everything to make it as easy as possible to convert into a bedroom, that is kind of the main goal of today's makeover. Okay, so first order of business is to move everything and clear out this wall so we can start painting. I think I have just enough paint for this. This is leftover from when I painted this wall and also the cabinet in our garage. And what's funny is when I bought this, I definitely asked for eggshell And I didn't realize that I actually got it in a semi-gloss until after it dried all the way down. So nothing I can do about it now, but I'm just going to use up what I have. And I actually really do love the semi-gloss on the trim. I think it looks amazing. I just know that it's going to be a little bit more of a pain to cover it, but that is a future me problem. I'm also going to use an edger for this because as you can see from that wall, it literally is all cutting in. So hopefully this will make my life a lot easier. I ended up using the edger painter on basically this whole entire wall, and it actually worked really well. I have had trouble with this type of tool before, but I found that the key here is not to overload it with paint. That way your edges will stay clean. I can't believe how long I've pushed this off. This just makes the room feel more complete and even moodier. I remember telling myself that I would do at least one room in this apartment a moody color, and this color is still speaking to me so much. And if you've been on the fence about changing up a room in your home to a dark color, please do it. I promise you won't regret it. I think I mentioned this earlier, but my brother and my cousin are literally coming in 1 week to stay with us. So the clock is ticking on this makeover, and while they're here, we definitely plan on taking them to our favorite spots, which also includes lots of drinks and lots of food. I already know where I want to take them. I definitely would consider myself a foodie. And if you're anything like me and you love a fancy cocktail with your dinner, then you guys need to know about H-Proof. They are so kindly sponsoring today's video. So I recently discovered them. This is their anytime you drink vitamin, and this basically is a chewable vitamin that you take after your last drink. This stuff is seriously a game changer, especially now that I am in my 30s. Your alcohol metabolism definitely slows down as you age. It also promotes liver health and helps you restore nutrients that help you waking up feeling better after a few drinks. So inside you have B vitamins, antioxidants, vitamin C, zinc, and also electrolytes. So after taking this, I definitely notice a difference in the morning after. Personally, I only drink a couple times a month, so even one drink will hit me pretty hard these days. But after just taking 2 tablets, I wake up feeling so much better. So I have this one in their green apple flavor, which honestly, not gonna lie, this tastes pretty good. It doesn't have like any of that chalky taste. I also have a little travel size one. This is in black cherry, so I haven't tried this one out yet. But I wish that I had this when I went home a couple of weeks ago. We got to spend so much time with my family. I also met my niece for the very first time, and she literally is so precious. I cannot believe I get to be an aunt now. And to celebrate us being home and the new baby, my parents threw like a huge backyard party. There was like over 70 people there. And if you know anything about my parents, you know they love to party. They love hosting gatherings and having people over and coming together. And if I had this with me, it would have helped me and my parents out so much. So I think I'm actually gonna get them a bottle as well. If you guys want to check out H-Proof, they did give me a 15% off discount code. So you can click on my link below and use the code TINA at checkout, and that will save you 15% off of your order. And I also would recommend their anytime you need energy vitamin. This has honestly been so helpful on days where I'm not getting enough sleep. It gives you a really nice boost of energy without the jitters, which I definitely can appreciate because I do not like to drink coffee because of all the jitters it gives me. So this honestly has been so helpful. So make sure you guys check them out. I will have all the info down below for you. We have a nightstand, you guys. I knew I wanted to find something from IKEA, so I always search on Facebook Marketplace first just to see if I can find something secondhand. That way it saves me some money and also some assembly time. Although I did notice this is not assembled the best because look at how wobbly this is. I'm gonna have to fix that somehow. I have an idea of what I want to do with this, but I'm going to have to clean it and sand it down, and then we can make this over and make it match the bedroom. So I think the next big DIY trend is going to be bobbin trim, which if you haven't seen is basically like half round pearls. I've been seeing this everywhere and I absolutely love the way it looks. I think it will look amazing on wall trim or on furniture like we're doing today. So online I've been seeing people use actual pieces of trim, which you can just cut to whatever length you need it to be. But I am having no luck sourcing it by me. I've been calling local stores, local molding stores, and they only have like really tiny pieces. So check check your local stores, but I have a feeling that it's going to be in more demand, so hopefully more places start carrying it. Also, I'm not sure on the pricing. If anyone knows, let me know in the comments, but I'm assuming it's a little bit more on the pricier side. So we of course are going to DIY our own version. So I have a bunch of these little half beads. I found these online on Amazon, and we're basically just gonna make our own. I'm going to line it all along this door, and if I have enough, I will do the sides as well. I'm not sure if I do or not, but I will try my best. Let me get a piece of trim, make my life easier. Also, this is a great piece to make a little bit more fancier. If you want to, you can definitely add some trim, add a shaker style to this. I think that would look amazing. Wait, should I add trim? I mean, I wasn't going to, but I do have a lot of extra wood. Okay, why not? We'll add trim. It'll take me like 2 seconds to cut, and I have all this extra trim from the office makeover, so I might as well use it. I painted these pieces and never used them, so I could definitely reuse them for this project. I'm not gonna lie, this step was so much fun for me. I thought it was gonna take forever and be really tedious, but this flew by pretty quickly once I got the hang of it. If I were to go back in time though, I probably would at least paint this little corner the color that I'm going to paint it, because it was really hard to paint it after the fact. But either way, these beads just add so much detail while still being playful and fun, and I am really excited to see how this trend grows and how people will use it in their DIYs and in their homes. Okay, wait, doesn't this look really cool just the way it is? Like if I just painted this black trim and then left the wood beads with the wood finishes, that would actually be such a cool and unique look. But we are not going to keep it like this, even though I really like it. I'm going to keep this idea for the future. I am going to paint the whole entire thing. You guys saw I had to do a little bit of sanding down just to make sure that everything would fit, because for some reason I couldn't fit all of them on this top row, but this bottom row was fine. So that worked out perfectly, and now we are ready to prime and then paint the whole entire thing. We are using a citronella color for this piece. I have been dying to paint a piece of furniture this color, and I had just enough left over for this. You guys know I really love this color. It's literally the same color as our headboard that I DIY'd. It's between like a gold and a green, and I think it's pretty bold and definitely one of those colors you either hate or love. But I think it just goes well with the bobbin trim and will complement the existing elements in this room. Wow, I can't believe we painted this whole entire thing with the paint edger. Like, look how much better this looks all together. It feels more cohesive. Now we have to do something about these gray doors, and I am mentally preparing myself right now because I've never done something like this before. Let me grab the supplies and see if you guys can figure it out. We're gonna attempt doing fabric wallpaper. So this is a renter-friendly hack that one of you guys actually told me about a while ago, and now today we are going to attempt it. So for our wallpaper, I picked up this floral pattern. I thought that it would go well with the wall color that we already have going on here. I love the dainty little flowers, and this yellow color also just makes me very happy. And this is our wallpaper paste. So we have Staflo, which is liquid starch. I've never used this before because I don't have any fancy clothes that need starching, but I don't know if you guys can see right here, it says great for crafts, which I guess they are advertising now. On the back side, it even says how you can use it as a paint mixture and also for paper mache paste. And apparently you could also use this to make slime. So this has been sold out everywhere by me. I had to buy it online. That's why the bottle looks a little janky. I do have some concerns going into this because these doors are gray, so they are a darker color, so I'm hoping it doesn't show through the fabric. I specifically chose a fabric that wasn't white underneath, so hopefully that helps with that. And secondly, we have a shaker style door, so as you can see, there are details that we're gonna have to get into. I'm hoping that doesn't cause any creasing or any problems, so we will see. I'm just gonna get started and see what happens. I'm going to start with this first door, and I'm also not going to take these down because that is going to be too much of a hassle. Can I take these down? These are staying on here. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay, that's very, very watery. Whoa. Barely need any to cover this. I really hope that the internet wasn't lying about removal, because I am not trying to ruin these doors. Kind of smells like that slimy putty stuff that you used to play with as a kid. This is actually very forgiving because once you put it down, you actually have so much working time. So for example, this little area right here, I realized that there's like a big gap. So what I have to do is lift this up, make sure that there is enough give so that it fits into this corner, and then I can lay it back down. And it is totally fine. You just have to reapply, as you can see. The door is drying now. This definitely took a little bit longer than I thought it would, just because I have so many different little angles that I'm working with. But if you were to do this on a flat wall, I think this would fly by so much quicker. So I wrapped it around the corner here, and after it dries, you can basically cut off the excess fabric. So we're gonna let this sit overnight. Now on to the next door. Yes, 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 yes. I can't believe this actually worked, and it looks pretty amazing. Wow. And it's so nice and smooth and even. Honestly, this is a 10 out of 10 renter-friendly hack. Even though I have yet to see how this removes in the future, you should be able to take it off with just water and soap. I still have to cut out these little handles, so I'm just gonna cut off the edge here and basically tuck the extra fabric underneath. So that is gonna look pretty seamless. I think this is a total win. Okay, now that this is done, we gotta move on to the rest of the room and finish it up today. Okay, let's move everything over because we are gonna add a bed right here. Beep, beep, beep. So one of you recommended that I get one of these, and this is basically a foldable bed frame that you can easily take in and out when you have guests over. I had no idea that such a thing existed, so of course I had to order one and see for myself. The setup for this is supposed to be really easy, so let me take it out of the box and see what the deal is. Assembly. Unlock the legs, flip, and put them together. Is that literally it? Wow, I really wish that I got this sooner, but honestly, it'll be so good for our future guests. We need to take a moment of appreciation for this nightstand because this color is everything. I really hope that the camera is doing it justice. I am gonna take separate B-roll of this because placing it in this dark little corner is just not gonna give you the full effect, but fits perfectly in this corner. I'm gonna get the rest of the room together and then it's time for the reveal. I feel like I just unlocked a new room in my house. Like, this is crazy. I can't even explain to you guys how cozy and inviting it feels in here now compared to what we were working with before. Like, we literally have a full-on B&B in here now. I hope this gave you guys some really good ideas for your own guest bedrooms. Let me know your thoughts on this makeover in the comments below. I feel like every time I do a makeover, it is my favorite. So currently, this is my favorite. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up down below and subscribe if you haven't already. Lots more makeovers and projects are coming up. And if you want to see more from me, make sure to check me out over on Instagram. I post on there every single day. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Stay inspired, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!